Hello guys, welcome to an unusual video. This is not something I've done before. This isn't an introducing video. Now the reason why I was inspired to do this is because Philip, the owner of Merkur watches and designer of many of these pieces, he got in touch with me and he said, can you do us a favour? I will send you some watches, but in the meantime, can you introduce them to your audience, which is you guys, of course. And what I'm going to do is do a screen share. So you're going to see me sort of shrink down in the corner in a minute. And I'm going to show you the Kickstarter page. I'm just going to pick out the highlights just so you've got a bit of an idea. This isn't a really long video because that'll come a little bit more detail when I get some watches in hand and do a proper review. This is just a first impressions and introduction to get you an idea of what to expect when these come out. So the first bit is get involved with doing a screen share. Just going to press record. Here we are. There's a few versions to run through. I'm not going to waffle for too long, just so otherwise it's information overload. But essentially, this one here, the one that's green, you can get it in black as well. There's one with or without the bezel. The bezel insert of that one has sapphire. So it's a sapphire insert, sapphire crystal, Seagull ST19 movement with the exhibition case back, so you can see that gorgeous chronograph movement. It's a manual Y movement as well. Very pretty. Elegant proportions. This one with the bezel is about 40mm case size. The one without, which I'll show you now, is that one. That one there, slightly different case design, shape. It's a 38mm. A little bit chunkier, about 13.5mm thick, but it's got sapphire, which is really good. An exhibition case back on that one. Swiss cream loom. It's got obviously it's the bi-complex version of the Seagull movement, so you've got two sub-dials there. And I love the fact it's very much Nevada Grenchen style with that 3 o'clock sub-dial there, with the up to 5 minutes is the count up is in red, very much like the Nevada, which I've reviewed, by the way. If you haven't checked that review out, go and have a look, because I really enjoyed making that review. It's a beautiful watch. Anyway, I digress. So as you're seeing there, you've got price wise, just so you know as well, the one at the top there, green or black, chunkier case with the rotating sapphire bezel insert. That one there's about £260 on Kickstarter, roughly. Just give you a ballpark. It's just less than 300 for a very well specified watch. Then we've got this one here, bit less, say about £230 approximately. And then I'll discuss with you a bit later on the third option, which is a new release, a bit further down, and that's a lot less. That's about 130. But we'll go there in a minute. Well, it's there you go. So that one there is a manual Y movement. It's not the chronograph, it's just a skin diver, even though it's not got a bezel. But it's slim with a manual Y movement. It doesn't have sapphire, this one, but it is only £130. But it's got the Swiss cream loom on there, and it has just beautiful grainy dial, domed K1 mineral crystal. But everything else is fantastic in terms of the specification for that price, and I think it looks beautiful. But that's just me. What do you guys think? I love this 12369 thing. It reminds me very much of the Oris Aqua 65 that had the 12369 and 9 Arabics on there. They don't do that one anymore. It's a shame, because I think it's a beautiful watch. But I think that's lovely. Very, very neo-vintage, a good classic look. And I like the fact it's designed in-house. What we're going to discuss now is more pictures, really. I'm just going to show you there. There's the black version of the one that's the 000 bi-compacts, the 2 register version, and then you've got the green version. You can have it with or without rubber or a beads of rice style bracelet with integrated into the design of the case, but that costs a little bit more, about 30-ish pounds, I think. Just to give you an idea, it's not much more to get that kind of look. And then again, about 38mm case size is this MSD 001. Black or green dials, so you've got black or green options for both. It'd be nice if there was more options, maybe an eggshell or a cream or something like that. That's very neo-vintage and very interesting. But I like the fact that green or black, I'd say they are the most appropriate for that vintage look. But what do you guys think? Let me know. So I think like this one here, the MSD 001. I like the fact it's a hand-wound movement. It's based on it's a Chinese-made movement, effectively, but it's a very robust, reliable. But I'd say they are very robust movements. The same with the Seagull. They're not renowned for having too many issues, and they're tried and tested, if you will. And I was going to jump back to the one that has the chronograph movement. What they do here, scroll down. This is what they call the in-house Merkur technical support. What I like about this attention to details, they show something that would put me off a bit with these chronograph movements is the risk of that hand, as you see this image on the left, not lining up perfectly at the 12 o'clock when it's reset. So the chronograph counter not resetting at 12 would do my head in. It's very common. But what they do, the little bit of extra quality control, is they make sure that chronograph hand centers at the 12 o'clock. That is attention to detail. So as I mentioned a little bit before, that is a picture of the M01D movement, which helps you out by just saying it's basically inspired by a Swiss Enicar 1010 movement and a Japanese Seiko Seiko 850. Also known as a Chinese standard movement, so that's why it's very affordable. They print them out of almost machines by the bazillion, so that's why they're good value, and you can't really go wrong. And it's nice to have something you can interact with every day. You hand wind it, so yeah, I like that. It's been around for over 50 years, as you can see, since 1972. So yeah, tried and tested. So just a quick recap: good prices, attractive, vintage looking watches. I'm really looking forward to seeing them up close. What do you guys think? I hope you've enjoyed this sort of style of video. I've not scripted this at all. I did a bit of prep work, of course, but I just wanted to have a quick look, do a bit of studying, so I'm not trying to guess what I'm talking about. I know about these watches enough to introduce them to you, but after that, it's a bit of a surprise. I look forward to seeing them up close and sharing them with you. Tell me what you think. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.